Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the empowering guide, The Power of the Pussy by Cara King. Unleashing her wisdom and experiences, King aims to empower women to transform their lives and redefine their perceptions of dating and relationships. Known for her candor and zest, Cara King is not just a celebrated author, but also a former producer and on-air personality for Power 96 Radio in Miami. Her profound expertise in relationships extends beyond the pages of her book into the realm of radio and public speaking, making her an authority in the field of dating and self-help. The Power of the Pussy is not just a book, but a movement offering robust and frank advice on dating and relationships. King elucidates 12 secret powers that women can cultivate to pave their way to healthier and rewarding relationships. Through her insightful counsel, she encourages readers to break free from the vicious cycle of bad relationships and paves the way for them to attract and keep the man of their dreams. King's masterpiece is a must-read for all those ardent followers of self-help literature who are keen to decipher the complexities of love and romance. It is especially beneficial for single women desiring to revamp their dating experiences and navigate their romantic encounters with men more effectively. Stay tuned as we unpack the enlightening advice from this pivotal book in the next 20 minutes. The Power of the Pussy: How to Get What You Want from Men. Love, respect, commitment, and more. Introduction. Unlock your feminine mystique. Discover how to attract the ideal partner. Isn't it fascinating how some women seem to effortlessly draw in high-quality men, while others are left scratching their heads wondering where they've gone wrong? It appears as though these women have deciphered a secret code, doesn't it? But here's the open secret. Each woman, including you, holds within her a unique power, an inherent charm capable of guiding her to the right partner. This power doesn't discriminate based on your age, your romantic past, or even your physical attributes. It only needs to be unlocked and understood. In our journey today, we'll traverse the enthralling terrains of dating and relationships. We'll learn how to remodel our dating strategies to attract not just any love, but lasting love. By shifting our perceptions of men, ameliorating our relationship with ourselves, tapping into our dormant powers, and establishing a sturdy, enduring relationship when we meet our Mr. Right, we can truly make the most of the dating scene. So, are you ready to harness your inner power, to truly revel in the essence of womanhood? Let's commence our exciting exploration. Part 1. Reframing your outlook and controlling your emotions can lead to healthier relationships. When talking about nurturing meaningful relationships, your first point of focus should always be you. It is you who set the blueprint of how others treat you based on how you perceive and treat yourself. Our self-image is our personal choice. When we let it plummet, we are handing over the reins of our worth to others. But when we love and appreciate ourselves, the world reciprocates. When you unshakably believe that you are deserving of all you desire in life, you will attract just that. Remember, confidence is the secret sauce. The crowning glory of being confident is the emancipation from the crushing pressure of others' opinions. In a nutshell, womanhood is a treasure, a privilege. Embrace your power as a woman to revolutionize your life. The only thing you need is the knowledge of how. Our first lesson might throw you off balance as it contradicts the stereotypical image of women. Nevertheless, it's a vital piece of the puzzle that changes your understanding of relationships. It is learning to rein in your emotions. Every woman who has dipped her toes into the dating pool would vouch for the existence of men who exploit a woman's emotional sensitivity for their advantage. However, if you learn to manage your emotions, you automatically curtail their power over you. Let's consider a familiar scenario. A man cheats on you and breaks your heart. Logically, you should turn your back on him and step forward, but overpowering emotions might prompt you to rationalize his actions despite knowing they're wrong. The initial step is simple: identifying when emotions have seized control. The subsequent step of regaining control, though challenging, is crucial. When emotions threaten to steer you off course, pause and reflect. Recognize your emotions, but don't succumb to them. Steer yourself ahead with logic, not emotion. Ask yourself, what course of action is truly beneficial for your future? Don't misinterpret this as a call to quash your emotions. It's more about control than elimination. They will linger even when logic prevails. Like a wound, allow them the time to heal. Emotions are not the enemy. In fact, the author asserts that it's one of the unique attributes that define women. But when emotions seep into your decision-making process, they may lead you astray. Hence, mastering your emotions is akin to regaining your power. Part 2. Visualize your love life as a contest. Only the finest contender will conquer. Every facet of you, your experiences, achievements, appearance, and personality, is irreplaceable and unparalleled. Shift your perspective and start viewing yourself as a grand prize. You are an exceptional woman, and the man who wishes to be a part of your life must prove he's worth your time. This concept is what author Kara King coins as the power of the game. Numerous men may vie for your affections throughout your romantic journey. Still, only the most deserving man should emerge victorious. You might be curious about determining who has indeed earned the right to triumph in this game. Well, here's your first task. Envision your ideal man and identify the top 10 qualities you would want him to possess. Document this list and keep it within easy reach to refer back to when in doubt. Bear in mind, this list is not set in stone. As you evolve, your preferences might morph too. What might not seem significant at 18, like stability, may gain prominence by the time you hit 40. Once you've crystallized your top 10 attributes, sifting through the men you meet becomes significantly easier. If a man fails to embody a majority of your desired qualities, it's a signal to let him go. If he lacks more than half of your stipulated traits, he doesn't deserve to compete and should be instantly disqualified. Part 3. Ensure that a man's treatment of you is the primary factor attracting you to him. The world is home to approximately 3.9 billion men. Even in the US alone, there are about 18 million single men. So in this sea of potential partners, why devote your time to a man who fails to give you the respect and attention you deserve? If you find yourself stuck in such a frustrating scenario, it's high time to wield one of your essential powers, removing the unwanted elements from your life. Let's not forget, a woman's intuition is her most trustworthy ally. Deep down, you're likely to be aware when a man isn't right for you. If you sense this, resist the temptation to rationalize his behavior or live in hope that he'll change. Yes, parting ways can be hard. However, if you don't promptly sever ties with men who don't meet your standards, you're likely to spend years striving to mend things, only to realize later that it's an impossible task. The grim reality is, while you're pouring your energy into a man who isn't worth your time, you're likely missing out on meeting other wonderful men. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to reform someone, redirect that energy towards enriching your own life. Returning to the dating sphere, you can employ another vital power to avoid repeating past mistakes: selective attraction. Practicing selective attraction necessitates remembering a vital mantra. Let a man's treatment of you be your primary attraction towards him. The definition of being treated well varies from person to person, paving the way for another assignment. Do you recall the list of traits you desire in a man from our previous discussion? Now add a detailed description of how you'd like your future partner to treat you. Once you have this articulated, you'll have a clear vision of what you seek from a potential relationship. Referring to it while dating prevents you from compromising your standards for men who don't meet your expectations. The secret lies in achieving a balance. Seek a man who aligns with most of your criteria and treats you well. It might require patience and discernment, but once you find him, you'll recognize your perfect match. Part 4. Knowing that you are in high demand prompts a man to expedite his pursuit. A certain thrill envelops men when they have to chase a woman. Seeing that a woman is invested in an exciting life brimming with aspirations instantly piques their interest. There's hardly anything more appealing than a woman who has her own vibrant life, crowded with expansive dreams and ambitions. And this introduces us to your next power: cultivating busyness. When a man realizes that your time for him is limited, he'll hustle to woo you. He'll make every effort to convince you to spend your precious time with him because he's aware you don't need to. Having a busy life will not only enhance your appeal to men, but it will also enrich your own life's trajectory. Take a moment to ponder where you envision yourself in 5 or even 10 years. Don't hesitate to establish lofty goals and chase them relentlessly. And remember, when you encounter a worthy man, don't let him divert your focus. A fulfilling relationship should contribute to your life, not detract from it. You and your partner should collaborate to realize your mutual aspirations. However, goals and dreams aren't the only elements that can occupy your time. You can also engage yourself by becoming an expert dater. The most effective way to achieve this is by embracing online dating. With online dating, the reins are in your hands. Numerous platforms cater to a myriad of preferences. With this, you can arrange several dates simultaneously. Date a diverse range of men to explore who resonates with you. As women, we often tend to overcomplicate the dating process. It's absolutely acceptable to go out on multiple dates with different individuals. Men do it all the time. Even if you're not instantly attracted to a man, give it a chance. Just venture out, have a great time, and stay open to surprises. You never know who might cross your path. Part 5. Occasionally, the most effective method to comprehend a man's mindset is to adopt one. One of the challenges that make dating complex is the stark differences between men and women. While these disparities don't inherently indicate trouble, they simply imply that our brains are configured distinctively. So how can we navigate this predicament? There's wisdom in the age-old adage, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Occasionally, the most enlightening way to understand a man's mindset is to start emulating one. To help illustrate this concept, let's delve into some of the contrasting approaches we adopt when it comes to dating. Firstly, men don't succumb to their emotions. This relates back to our previous discussions. Men have a knack for keeping their emotions in check until they're convinced they've found the right woman. They don't let these emotions dictate their actions or responses. Secondly, men don't get consumed by trivial concerns. They don't waste time fretting over insignificant detail, and neither should you. If you find yourself overanalyzing, adopt a man's approach and snap out of it. A more laid-back attitude will not only enhance your happiness but also assist you in making more sound decisions in the long run. Thirdly, men don't typically attempt to fix a woman. In contrast to many women, when men discern that a potential partner isn't a suitable match for them, they part ways. Remember, people change only when they're ready to. And lastly, men don't justify poor behavior. If men face mistreatment, they walk away. If they're cheated on, they're unlikely to give the transgressor another opportunity. Do you see a pattern here? Adopting a man's perspective is a potent strategy if you're grappling with your dating journey. If you're feeling ensnared or swamped, ask yourself how a man would tackle your situation and let that insight guide your decisions. Part 6. When you locate your ideal partner, the power of gratitude can sustain a healthy relationship. By adhering to the advice discussed so far, you stand a fair chance of meeting your Mr. Right. Naturally, this won't occur instantaneously, which is actually advantageous. The longer it takes, the more assured you can be that he is indeed the one. However, the endeavor doesn't cease once you've found him. Cultivating a wholesome relationship necessitates effort from both parties. And herein lies the importance of a final power: gratitude. Kara King's grandmother always advised that to secure a good husband, one needs to be a good wife. Initially, King perceived this counsel as somewhat sexist. However, with time, she realized that this wisdom emphasized reciprocity. Everything should be mutual. If you're fortunate enough to find a person who treats you well, it's essential to reciprocate the same level of affection, respect, and gratitude. As with any significant relationship in your life, communication is the linchpin. If your man does something that elates you, express it. If he inadvertently does something that upsets you, communicate it. Men may possess numerous strengths, but interpreting unsaid words isn't one of them. Articulate your feelings candidly. A crucial point to bear in mind is that no one is flawless. You're not an exemplar of perfection, so it's unreasonable to demand the same from your man. Everyone fumbles. It's an inherent part of life. Remember, just like your Mr. Right, you too come with your own set of quirks. Your partner has invested effort to demonstrate his worthiness. Now it's your turn to acknowledge the wonderful individual he is. This might seem simple, but it's pivotal in making a relationship thrive. Offer him your heart, and you'll win his in return. Final summary. Dating needn't be a daunting or heart-wrenching experience. With the appropriate wisdom at your disposal, you can modify your approach to finally attain the results you yearn for. The initial step is altering your perceptions of both yourself and the men in your surroundings. Upon establishing this refreshed perspective, you can begin harnessing your innate powers to revolutionize your dating journey and discover the love you're worthy of. Once you've identified the right man, express your appreciation and communicate honestly to foster a wholesome relationship. Now that you're armed with these tools, seize the opportunity to craft the life you've always desired for yourself. Remember, you deserve it. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.